It is Lord Hayward. I'm streaming some 2D 4X game creation again. Episode 28, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I was thinking about it. All of the coding I've done in the last couple of days is just absolute, or the last couple of weeks, I think. It's, like 4 streams or something. It's absolute trash. It's just terrible. It's terrible coding. We're going to make sure that this works, though. It worked yesterday somehow, right before I ended my stream. Uh, yeah, so we want to build the forest shack. This went away. We go to population. This is set to building. Let's build another, whatever. It doesn't really matter at this point. Build fishing shack. Yeah, I don't know how we got this to work, but we did. It just suddenly worked. And I didn't put my, the more I thought about it, it doesn't matter which one we open here. The more I thought about it, the trashier the code is. It's so convoluted. It's probably could be done 1,000 times different and better. But we're not going to change it. I'm in that mood today where I don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? It's like Sunday. And I don't want to do anything, but I don't want to just sit idle and do nothing. Um, so I'm just going to comment this out because I don't know. We don't need this right now. I don't know why this is here. Let's just comment it out. We don't need this shit either. Nah, we'll leave that there. Nah, we don't need that shit. We don't need this whole else statement. What the fuck, man? Just get rid of this shit. Uh, and then we'll get rid of it for real later. So yeah, I, so I'm just going for it. Fuck it. I don't even feel like programming, but it's I don't. I like no longer. I don't know what the deal is, but like sitting around and watching TV like shows on Netflix or HBO or whatever doesn't thrill me. It doesn't do anything. Playing video games is pretty fun, but once again, I don't know. I don't feel like doing that either. So might as well get this going and work on what we were working on and move to the next thing. Like I said, I get burned out on doing stuff, uh, on programming, on playing video games, on reading books, on being alive. Just get burned out on it and just want to sleep for a month. But you don't get to do that. That's life doesn't get you allow you to do that. So we're gonna do move building to current building list. And I actually thought about this. We got our thing going here. This works. So I guess we're done. I don't know why I didn't mark this as done yesterday. This is done. We can close that. Each county, and I'm glad I thought about this, each county needs to know what is built or not. That's like a major thing that I didn't think of last time. I'm going to rearrange my icons here. Uh, so the count, this is wrong. This list, it's not a list. This class is wrong. Let's save that. Let's save everything. So I think what we're going to want to do here is probably put in a, I don't have it open. Let's open this up first. It's gonna be under here, and it's gonna be current building. We're gonna need one of these in every county. Every county is gonna need one of these. So I suppose, where should we put it? We should put it. Oh, it's awful quiet on my side. Let me put in some music. I think some music would do a good trick here. If I can get over here. What is wrong with it? Sometimes I just don't understand what is going on with these with my computer. Everything is slow sometimes. The world sucks. I sound grumpy. I sound depressed. uh, it just happens. It just happens. But it will go away eventually. Uh, or not. Okay, music. Listening to Hole again today. I love Hole. I wish there were more albums of hers that weren't bad. Uh, now I have the wrong thing open. Now I need to get my OBS back up. There we go. Let's put this in here. But let's not put it there. Let's put it right here. What was that thing called? No, no, no. Current. What the fuck did I call it? Current building. Look at that typo. There we go. Perfect. So this is above. It's going to go right here. Throw a comma in there. I like to kind of group them up is what's going on here. Yeah. By like stuff, by things. Like I like to have a gap sometimes. I guess it doesn't matter. It's easier for my eyes. This is probably what we want to do, honestly. Did I make a note for that? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Let's create a new column and we'll call it county and we'll just like put stuff about the county in here. I kind of feel like I did have this in here. The fuck is this? I never can remember what half these things are. I think we did this. I think we did this. I'm pretty sure we did this. Select county class. Can we, what did that say? Can we remove select county variable from the county class? County. I'm looking at it already. Oh, it's this one. No, we didn't do this. For a second, I was like, oh, we've already, yeah. I guess we didn't do that. So what was I doing here? This is county info panel. Add how many people are employed. I don't know if that's how you spell employed. We're just gonna go with bad spelling today. Okay, what the fuck were we doing? We were adding this. These are all gonna be null. Man, we love fucking with this thing. I think it goes right before here. But let's make sure current building should be right after this. Yeah, so this is just gonna be null. We're gonna null this shit out. We're gonna have to assign this somehow. Eventually it's gonna figure out what we're doing. It's a little late. A little late to figuring out. All right, so it's creating this dictionary with the county name. And it goes through it. No, it just creates these. It's just adding these new things in here. I'm not sure why we did it with new and not add. I'm confused by that still to this point. What did we do with this? See, like this one we did add. Why are we doing it differently? Um, let's Google it and see what it says. Uh, new versus add list. Oh no, this is a pinned. We don't want to do that. Okay, so this guy has it. No, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody tell me what's the difference is. I mean, it works. What we're doing works. I need to get back on my basic C sharp, uh, my basic C sharp stuff. I'm level 4. Once again, I always say this, but I don't know how many levels there are. I'm taking some Microsoft C sharp thing. We already did. Oh, yeah. So what we're gonna need to do, I guess, if we're gonna do it this way, this feels like this is in the wrong order, but we have. Yeah, see, this one says add too. I wonder why we did this different. It was probably, I mean, there's probably no reason why we just did it this way because that's how I knew how to do it, but it's probably wrong. Um, okay, so then once we have that going though, we need, we already have it initialized up here. I don't think we use it again yet. Oh, that's actually what I wanted. Yeah, we don't have it anywhere else. So once this gets initialized, we need to set it up. And we could do it in this county thing. Where the fuck that went? I've lost. I've lost everything. Uh, it's up at the top more. I was literally just looking at it. And now I can't find it. This happened yesterday too. I was like, we can just go to here. No, that doesn't do us any good. It's pretty obvious when I see it here because it has this. There it is. So after this, we're going to have a for loop then that adds each. How do we do this? Yeah. Then it's going to be if I is less than count. Yeah. All the standard for shit. And we're going to put a little note in here. Create and add possible. Why can I read current buildings list to each county? So each county knows what it has built. Okay, let's do this. So we need to. So they're going to be empty lists, which is fine, right? All right, well, let's just do this part. Oh, we need the fuck is this? Oh, I know why we did that. So if we count, we're gonna need this thing. It's gonna go through here, but this is gonna be I, and that's gonna. I'm so glad I made this a list. God, that would have been a pain. It was originally it was just some thing, and then someone said make it an array, and I made it an array, which was useful as fuck for its time being. And that now we're past that. This is gonna be current building is equal to. Can we just can we say like new? Like, can we just do this? I don't know how we would test this. No, not like that, we wouldn't. A new current building. We just want an empty list in here. Can we just do this? Does that work? No. Uh, and this always happens to me where I want to. Wait, can we do this when we create? Wait. Can we do this when we create when we do it for the first time? That was scary. Can we, so what I mean is, so where was that thing where I was just looking at it. It's right here. So we remove this. Can we create that thing right above this? Like it's null right now. This is what I'm thinking here. So it's null right now, but can we just create it? Because it's a list, you know. Except it's gonna, man, this is way above my skill level. This is when it gets fun for me because then I gotta figure out new shit, and then I know how to use it later in the future. This is gonna be above this. This would equal, and actually this thing. Let's put this down here. No. How do we do that? Basically we want to make this list. Are these the same? I think they're similar. Here's the other one. They aren't the same. I had to do something weird with this for heroes. For creating heroes, which I think is in this same. How did I ever figure this shit out? This is supposed to. I remember doing this, and I remember it was like two streams of hell. We can just jump back with this thing here. Um, equals. What? How did I do this? Let's copy one of these. Oh, it's just a new list. Maybe this isn't as hellish as I think it is. I've been having so many days so many days of except I'm just thinking about something here. So many days of the programming, I'm always thrown off because it's way more difficult than I think. All right, so this is what the issue is. We can't do this here because this isn't a list. This is just one of those public classes. We need a list in there because we need a list of the current buildings, and then we'll go through that list for the current buildings in the county. This is just a class that we put into county. Where the fuck did we put county? Get over here, motherfucker. I'll move you over here. Do we close it? We did not close it. Put you over here. Yeah, this is just the class sitting there. So how do we do that? Like up at the top here? Can we do that? Public. Well, I mean, this would be in the same spot. Public list. It's like referencing. No, it's not No, we don't. I actually kind of. Why is it capital? I kind of like it just being called buildings, honestly. I don't know why it's capital, though. I don't think it should be capital. Then we can get rid of this shit box. Now my question is, because this is going to be the buildings for the count, like all of the buildings in the county are going to be for that. Let's change this around here. Wait, how do we do that? Do we have to put this list in here? Probably, I would assume. That's not going to work. You can't put a dot. Maybe you can. I don't fucking know. No, you can't. Yeah, it doesn't like that. How do I do that? Does buildings equals buildings? Yes, wait, that's how I do it. Fucking idiot. Um, but this doesn't need to be a list anymore because the list is already initialized over there. This. So that's all. It's like an empty. We have an empty list called buildings in there right now. So I think we would add. Good God. I need to take a whole class just on fucking lists. My whole game is lists, so I need to know how this shit works. You know, it's usually trial and error, but then I also like can't remember how things work, and I like this. Here's a minor thing that I just don't understand. Okay, so we needed this to add in this thing, but it's actually they're different. We can make them the same, but I would prefer to have I mean, we can just equals. So in this list, we're going to we got to add something. Oh. Okay, wait, it's coming to me. How this works. This is gonna be fucking dumb looking though. I think this is what we have to do. Okay, wait. Uh, how did we do this down here? Or up here somewhere? Where did we do this? Here we go. Add new. Add new. Yes. Then we did what? Then you do another one of these. Okay, this is how you do this. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to stick in the information to each one of these slots from here. Which we could, this is going to look fucking dumb. So let's make this as a var. All of this shit will go here. And then this is going to be like, okay, possible building dot name. Okay, let's move this down here, I guess. Description. This isn't that hard, and this is like happening yesterday after like an hour. I was just like, my brain was like, fuck, what does this shit mean? How do I do this crap? No, we need the here. Okay, what's after this? We have name, description, days to build. So that's going to be also taken from here. Days to build. And then I also thought of a better way to do days to build. But that was current employees, max employees. That also is going to come across. Let's go down to here. And then what's next on this list? Is being built. This is going to actually be true because we're building this thing. When this thing gets hit, we're building this. But then is it built is going to be false. And then what else we got? Is being built? Yes. Okay, so that's it. We're done. Then this shit can go away. Then we can remove the possible building from the list. So we have two more things we got to do here. We can just put this in here as well. No, I'm sorry, this in here. Okay. We need to blow away the game object that is current. So currently what we're, so basically I haven't explained what we're even doing at this point because I don't know, because I'm an idiot. No, it's not, that's not the reason. It's some other reason. Once we build this, we want to delete it from this list, the possible list, and make it appear over here and say it's being built. So we go to here, you hit one, you hit this, you hit yes. Oh, it's not going to work because we fucked something up. Maybe we don't, maybe we have to do it this way. Did we save that thing? Where is it? County? We should put these all over here, actually. I don't think. No, we don't have like the equals new whatever. So we got to do that over here, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, are we in the right? Like I said, when we got that heroes thing to work, it was fucking brutal. I think we need. Yeah, we need this part. Can we just say. I have add in here. Can we do. How did I do this? God damn it. Oh, wait. Let's do it. Okay, wait. Go back down here. Copy this shit up. Where did I do it? It's a capital H. Right here. Get out of here. I just want to have that so I can look at it. How did I do? I just want to once again have this to reference. Where is it? We'll delete all this shit later. Counties. This is a dictionary equals this thing. It doesn't like it when I do it this way though. What? I was trying to get it to tell me what it thinks is right here. Alt enter, and then it gives up. What constructors are you expecting there? Current building. There's 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have an extra one of these. Is that our issue? No. Oh, this can't be 0 either. Well, we'll just do it right now. I was thinking I would do it something else, but we actually need currently selected county. Oh wait, this is a number. It's this whole thing can go. Can just be currently. Uh, Maybe that bug right there was what was causing our issue. You're like, why the fuck are you putting so many comments in here? Because I like to like save this stuff, you know? Equals. No, not equals. Sometimes it's easier to reference, you know. How did we do this before? Jesus Christ. New. No, add current. How the fuck did we do this? It's like I can't remember 2 seconds ago. I need to like start drinking more or something. Add new. It's like with all of these lists that I'm messing around with, you figure that I would have this shit down. Okay, but I can't remember ever any of it. We got an extra. Oh, this one was already here. We just couldn't see it. Good God. Good God. Now we have both types. We did this a second ago. Equals. New. Add. Okay, we got the thing in the wrong place. There we go. Maybe that was the issue the whole time. It's weird. Uh, I think it was when we hit build that we got that bug. No, it was when we hit yes. Okay. Man, this is going to take a while. I knew this was going to be a pain in the ass. One day I'll have this all down. Okay, so back down to this hero thing, because this is very similar to this shit that I fuck with for so long. We're adding this to a dictionary, though. What happens? So there's something. This is another fundamental thing that I'm not quite understanding. What happens if we do? I guess I should look at what this error says. Yeah, it's as I expected. Sometimes, you know, they're slightly different. This is going to equal a new. That's actually what we want. Then, okay, so then, wait, what? It's saying this isn't needed. What does it want to do? What the fuck is that? Let's save it and see what it does. I have no. That just looks like garbage to me. But that's like half of my programming. This shit's garbage. What am I trying to accomplish here? Well, we didn't get a bug, but that doesn't. How do we know if this shit worked? um, I don't know what we even have over here. Select county. this isn't going to tell us anything. We got over here. What do we got? Why is this attached up there? Well, I'm not going to fuck with it now. um, I guess there's no way for us to tell if that worked with our current code. So we do need to test this. We need to somehow make sure that this is working. So this is going to be, for this one, it's going to be 0. So let's put a debug log in here. And we'll put, we'll put counties, county building name, I guess. And then we'll put in, yeah, we do want that. We do want that. Buildings dot name. Is that what we called it? Yeah, we called it name. It doesn't know what that is. Oh, because we don't have a, it's going to be 0. So I believe if this works, how this should work is that the debug log, if we did this right, luck thanks to whatever this name of this program is, Visual Studio, Gardener's Shack should be printed down here, I believe, if we do this right. Okay, so that worked. Well, thanks, Visual Studio. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it works. I'm gonna put the note in here. Know what the fuck this is, but it works. Thanks, Visual Studio. There we go. And then we can get rid of all this shit. Okay. And let's put a line there. Let's leave that going. So we got to, whoops. I'm trying to save it. Okay, we have saved it, and I guess my music is done. Fucking YouTube. You know, I'm gonna go back to listening to The Damned. Just listen to so much of The Damned. I figured, you know, couldn't listen to it anymore, but I did. I feel like I need to take a break after that. Man, we have a lot of stuff commented out in here. These are, so I made a bunch of research buildings, and it turned out that was, for testing, there was too many because I was having to edit them all the time. So I just commented them out, and then we'll fix them later. We only needed like 3. So where the fuck were we? We were right here, and this seems to be working, but we need to remove that game object. So where the fuck is that game object? And then we need to create a new game object. Let's track down that game object. We're instantiating it. So, and I think we're actually instantiating it every time we open and close. Or is that only in the population list? That's only in the population list. We might only be instantiating it once, which I think is actually we're doing it wrong. So we're gonna have to, not wrong. There's a better way to do it. I think we looked at that yesterday. Not yesterday, some other day. I'm just gonna click randomly until I find it. It is going to be under County Info Panel, Possible Building Panel. Here it is. Yeah, we're doing this wrong. Yeah, this whole thing needs to be rewritten. That's okay. We knew this was going to happen. Did we? Yeah, we knew this was going to happen. It was supposed to be destroying these clones every time it opened and closed, but it stopped working, and then I just put this in a wake to keep going from wherever we were at, if I remember correctly. Okay, so there's a couple of issues here. We're getting this from the research items list, but it should be in the possible buildings list that we're getting this from. We need to have the possible buildings list being. Wait, why do we need that? We need that because. I wonder why this destroy thing isn't working. Oh, do we not have it like connected to the close button? Oh. How is that going to work? Let's figure that out next because I actually think it's going to be tied into what we do right now because we want it to move over immediately, not later, not when you open and close the panel. You know what's weird is I actually in games that I stream stuff like that is pretty common where it doesn't update immediately when you do stuff and you have to like open and close. I don't know, it like I would say like 3% of the games that I've streamed have that issue. And it's like a common thing where I'm like, why isn't this updating? Then I close and open it. 3% seems like very little, but it's actually kind of a lot. Okay, so what the fuck we were doing here? We were using the research item list for this, but why would we use this list to instantiate our possible buildings? Do we have do it looks like we put this shit in world map load. World map load is like the thing that happens when the world map scene gets loaded. I don't see. Where's our research list? Okay, that's this big thing up here. And then we added, okay. Oh, that's why we need to do it from possible because I was like, why can't we just use this? Because we need to this is kind of confusing me. So we did assign this to here for some reason. Not sure why we did that. Like, does it matter? But we did do that for some reason. Like, there's a lot of times I can't remember why we did stuff. But it looks like we already set this up down here for. We already have these possible buildings set up, so we don't want to use. on first run, it's going to set up like, so that's why this world map load thing is so weird and convoluted looking. It's because on first run, it's going to set up all this shit for you, and we'll probably pull lots of this stuff from files, from actual uh, JSON files. So we already did this part. Okay, that's just for this. We thought of another one. We're going to do nationalism as another one, another research thing. And then we comment on all this. We assign that there. I'm not sure why. Do we really need this? I'm putting this in two places because I'm going to only see it every once in a while. All right, so we already have the list set up. The possible buildings list is already set up. So this, where was that fucking thing? It's over here. No, that's a different thing. We're done with that thing. Well, we're done with it for now. I don't think we need to look at factions. We may... No, we don't need that. The building checker, I hope to God we don't have to look at that piece of shit. Okay. We shouldn't have to look at that. Okay, it's right here. So this actually should now be... Yeah, it should be that. And that's going to go for all this stuff. This should all be possible buildings. Is research done? Oh, that's going to simplify some of this stuff over here. Because we don't need to look at this shit anymore. It's the only thing that's going to be in here is a fucking building. We just get rid of this. So it's just going to go through. This is on awake. Yeah, we wanted it. No, do we want this on awake? We actually don't want this on awake. We want this on enable. On enable. This is in the wrong spot now. Okay, so every time it enables, it's going to reinstantiate this stuff. I'm not sure, is that the smartest move? Actually, fuck that. No, let's do it just the first time on awake. Then we don't have to delete these things. And we don't have to be reinstantiating stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need for that. In fact, there's no need for this whole close button thing. And this should give us a bug, I think. Oh, wrong direction there. Okay, I don't think we need this close button. We gotta find this close button, though, and get rid of it. Close button. I don't think we were ever using that. That's actually the expand button. Yeah, we never assigned that. That's why that was having an issue back in the day. But we don't actually need this. I'm gonna leave it here temporarily just in case, in 5 minutes we're like, oh shit, we do need that. This is wrong. Oh, we're pulling that. Yeah, we just don't need this. This needs to be. So we're renaming all of the buildings to a number. So this is going to instantiate. I guess we should probably test this. We just make sure that the whole thing hasn't fucking imploded, which it wouldn't be the first time that has happened. This is all we were testing, is to make sure that this list showed up. They should be all numbered. Yeah. So that works. So then we have these possible clone things. When we aren't destroying them, because we can't be destroying, but we need to be able to blow them up. We got this instance set up. I don't know how to say your name. Protas? Protas Biz? Thank you for the follow. uh, we don't know how to. These should be now still existing. So when we go back to here, we go back to here. Where the fuck was I? I feel like I'm constantly looking in here, and it's like right in front of me the whole time. We want to. You know, it would be smarter, honestly, for both of these would be to put a game object in here. How is your day, night, life going? Let's game object, and this will just do game object. Then we can just delete it when the list gets. We can remove it from. We don't have to like be tracking where these things are. I think this will work at least. Um, let's see. It's going good. I was saying earlier that I didn't feel like actually doing anything today, but then what's the point of doing nothing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even I don't even want to watch like TV shows and stuff. I just wanted to like do nothing, but that doesn't seem very fun either. Uh, let's see. So I think these are going to be different game objects, but when we create this, where was this thing? Right here. We should be able to. We should be able, I think. We sure have a lot of shit called possible buildings. Dots. Possible. I got a typo or something in here. Possible. Now it's not even going to try to. I can see it right there. Buildings. Oh, I know what the problem is here. Good God. I'm always curious what like professional, like what their typo rate is for professional programmers, you know, like I'm constantly typoing shit. Not even gonna try that time. There we go. Okay. Then, so that's a sign there. Where are we gonna do? Oh, you know what we could do? Not there. We don't need to delete it. Do we need to delete it? We just need to move it. Um, we just need to. Um, this is some bullshit right here. This is that's not gonna work. It's gonna work. I mean, it's gonna show the same thing every time. It's not gonna work right now. I mean, that's not gonna work forever. This needs to be. What the fuck was it? Where were we calling that shit? It's right here. Can we use as possible buildings? No. Dot equals. Not very long. So I fucked around. So when I was like 20, so whatever, 30 years ago, 19, 18, I took like a C plus class or something. And then I started fucking around with Unity. I fucked around with Godot a couple of years ago for like 3 months, but I got really frustrated, and it wasn't Godot's fault. It was my lack of knowledge. It took me like 6 hours to get an escape button to hit escape and get it to work. Um, it was quite painful. But like I said, it wasn't Godot's. It was just my lack of programming knowledge. And then I started fucking around with Unity more recently, and I like half finished, not half, 100th finished a couple of games, and then I decided that I wanted to kind of track my learning experience with streaming, and so I export all of these to YouTube, so they're all on YouTube. And so I think this is about 3 months in. I could look, but the problem is that I had them on a different channel and I had to download them. So like their upload date and then re-upload them. So their upload dates aren't really quite correct. But let's see what this says here. So for this attempt, it would have been, according to this, I uploaded this January 16th of this year. So like three months of doing this. Um, it's definitely it's interesting to go back. I had another thing I was working on. I'm working like on a kind of a network thing for role playing games with the net code, and it was interesting to go back and look at that because my coding even in 3 months has changed dramatically. Uh, Someone suggested in chat that I should take a C sharp a basic C sharp class, and it's true. I need it. I need it, and um, I keep joking. I'm level 4 Microsoft C sharp class. I don't know how many levels there are though. So this should be. Yep, that's what that should be. But then we need to move that thing. How about you? How was your programming? Oh, we don't have shit in here. Well, that's a problem. All we have is a title. That's not gonna work. You know what we should do then, if that is the case? Is just duplicate some of this stuff. Let's turn this on real quick and make sure this looks right. I think we can probably just duplicate this, stick this here. And the compress button we don't want to fuck with. That's all underneath here. Yeah, so I was learning solo. So honestly, chat has pointed out a couple of times some pretty important things that I was missing. So I don't want to say solo 100% because they've and one guy actually took the time off camera to like explain some stuff to me. It's pretty awesome. Uh, Analytics in IT, huh? That sounds excruciating. I'm an IT manager. Is that fun or is it painful? But learning so I do a lot of tutorial videos. I'm not that much into because so I do watch bunches of them, but I feel like there's a lot of really bad tutorial videos out there, and they leave out too much information, or they see. I'm really anal with how like things are laid out like this, and sometimes they'll use syntax that is more higher level. Like this whole thing will be one little line, and I wish they wouldn't do that, and they don't explain what it is. I had this one. There's one tutorial I was following along, and everything would seem great, and then suddenly the guy's like, "We're gonna use nullables," and he's like, "I don't have time to explain to you what that is," and so then he just had all this code that was gibberish. It was actual absolute gibberish because he added in something that was way higher level than this. So it was like an extremely basic tutorial that he wanted to use nullables in, and it's like, come on. So like stuff like that really like frustrates me with a lot of the video tutorials. Um, oh yeah, my job. I got hired to replace someone who was a jerk, and so when it was he knew he was going, and I took him out for beers at the on his last day, and he told me, "Don't ever call me or ask me for any help ever." So he kind of like let me loose in this shit pile, and I had to figure it out. The first few like 6 months, I was so fucking stressed, man. I was so stressed. I thought I might get fired. Everything was called derp. Like literally every time he did worked with anything, he just called it derp. So there would be like file folders that would be called derp, and then in the file folder there'd be another file folder that's a derp. So the directory after directory called derp, and it was crazy. I'm working there 9 years now, and I'm still finding weird shit that I just delete. What the fuck is this? It's probably shouldn't just delete it, but that's what I do. I just delete it. We're gonna rename this to current buildings. At the beginning, I was scared to delete anything. Now I'm like, just fucking delete it, and I'll deal with the chaos if it causes something. Um, okay, so I think we need to move this. We basically need to move the thing from here to here. Where? What thing are we at? I'm trying to see if there's like if we already have something. Doesn't look like it. Wow, we did really just half-ass this earlier. That's my favorite thing to do. So yeah, I know what you mean about the mentor thing. What are we doing here? What are these ones? Will we ever be putting something back to possible buildings? I actually think we will. If you cancel the building, like it's building, and you decide you don't want to build it anymore, it'll go back there. So maybe, not maybe. Uh, I like my ob. My variable names to be extremely long. I can never remember what they are when I see them later. So then we're gonna need a new script actually. I clicked that sign in button, I think, on accident. This is going to be this. We don't need it yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need that because, like I said, we're gonna have the ability to cancel it, and we'll move it back. It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. And then this. And I always say, so I guess I haven't said it in a long time, but my videos are definitely not tutorials because I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time. They're a tutorial on how to go down the wrong path, maybe. Uh, okay, so we're gonna need new scripts here. And then sometimes I use I Google a lot, even on the stream, and I also sometimes use ChatGPT. I would say ChatGPT is wrong 90% of the time. Some of that could be because of my prompts. Some of it could be just because it's wrong. What did we call that other one? It was UI. Well, I don't see it. Possible buildings panel. And then we'll get rid of this thing and this thing. And I think um, whoops, forgot the most important part of that. And we're going to need public game object that is, what did I call that other one? Current buildings lists. Did I call it a list? What the fuck did I call it? I want to be able to see this more. Yeah, public buildings list. That's kind of a dumb name. We'll rename that. We'll call it. I guess it's more of a group. And then we'll put... We're going to attach this on here. Then this needs to be here. Then all that was so that we can go back, and then I'm gonna take a break after I think I'm not even gonna run it because I don't want to deal with the possible. We need to move this game object. No. Yes. Wait. No. We did want that. Oh God. All right. I think that should. Hey, what's your problem? The fuck is this error? You know, we don't no. We want this to be the parent. Yeah, there we go. Wait, no. Wait, yes. We want this to be the parent. We want this the parents of this thing to be this. Good God. All right. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna hit start though because I have a feeling that will we'll have issues. So, but I'm gonna take a quick break and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. I was wondering where the cat went and it was sitting on my bed the whole time. Classic cat move. Okay, let's see here. I guess we have to hit play now. We need to turn this shit off, though. We need to do it in a different order. You. 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 And let's maximize this thing so we can see something. Yeah, we'll do Forest Shack. Good thing I clicked that 10 times. This actually needs to be this. It doesn't know currently selected county. I think we could also, there's another way I think we can do this. We're using it up here, so it would have croaked up there if that's the issue. So that's not the issue. Maybe it's this one. What does it say here? It's not giving us enough info. I mean, it's giving us info that doesn't help us. Currently selected county is being used up here, so we know that that's good. It's counties, currently selected counties, buildings. Let's move this debug log up here. Let's see what happens here. This time, I don't think we need to maximize anything. It's very hard to click that, though. I'll tell you that much. Very small. So it's hitting right here. I'm just going to test something. This was at 0 when it was working. So it could be this. I don't feel like it should be that, but it could be. We know it's 0, right? Unless it's getting added in there twice, which was kind of my fear earlier. But it seemed to be working. Yeah, it's that number that's the issue. But this number works up here, I think. Um, maybe this whole thing is garbage. Maybe the whole fucking thing is garbage. If this works, actually, if we can get this to work today, I'd be. We're pretty much done with county improvements. I mean, for this round of. Oh, I know why. Okay, yeah, this is bullshit. This isn't gonna work. This is 1 because that's the number of the button we've clicked, but this is in the when we create this is 0. This is currently 0. So what we need to do is, and in fact the game object name is going to be off. So if we had clicked on the one down on the list, it would have been 2. So we need to put in here, and that's why 0 works here. So on the first one, it needs to be, how do we do that? Let's see here. So the first time it's going to go through, it's going to add this to the list. This is going to be the first one on the list. But we need to, how the fuck are we going to do this? The name of the game object is going to be different. We could change the name of the game object, but we would have to keep track of like how many we were up to. We could do accounts -1. So like the first, if you put in 1, the first one is going to be count, is going to be 1, so that'd be 0, that would work. And then the second one would be 2, and then which would be 1. We could do count -1, I suppose, of this length of this list. Of which list here are we working on? We're working on, no, that's not going to work. Yes, it is going to work. It's just going to be really long. So let's put another variable up here. And this will be building. Man. I think if we do this, we can kind of reduce some of the length here of these things. Because this is going to be, I can't do that. I can do that. It can be simplified, huh? What the fuck is that? What is that? I've never seen that in my life. C#. What is that thing? How does return the last item in the array? Okay. All right. It works for me. So this is actually what we want to be in here. In here. Oh, it doesn't like this though. We have an extra one of these here though, I think. No, wait, this whole thing is, I got this in the wrong. This can be, so let's go through here again so we don't have to, so we can simplify all this shit. This one is right. This should be getting the one we clicked on. That should still be right. This should be that. Man, it looks so much nicer. And then this is wrong. We want this game object. I mean, it's the same one, but we want that. I mean, since we assigned it to here, so we might as well use it. Unnecessary assignment of a value. Oh, we have this in here. No? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, because it's being... Oh, this isn't gonna work. This is wrong. Wait, what is going on here? Because it's being reassigned right here is what's happening. So I think this actually needs to be here. This is happening somewhere else. Yeah, that's where that needs to be. Itchy ear. Okay, so this is gonna be like pointing at this thing. I think that's how that works. And then this thing's parents will become this thing. Then we remove that from the list. So now my question is when you remove from a list, does the index change? I assume it does, but does it? Huh. Let's say you have a list and you decide to remove items at 2 and 4. If you remove the item at 2 first, okay, so that actually works. This is a different issue, but that's what he's saying is the index has changed. So that's what we want it. We want the index to go down, I think. We'll find out. Um, Because all we can do is test here. Okay, now what the fuck we're doing? We're clicking on this stuff. It still is not working here. This... What is the... current building length? Let's see what the length of this thing, because it should be... 1. Right? I believe this should be 1. I guess we do need to do this. Like, we don't need to do this. Build county improvement. Move building. What did it say? 105. Maybe this doesn't work how I think it does. I mean, Visual C helped me earlier. Sometimes I feel like I'm using these wrong. And we'll look at that in a second. If this works, we'll look at that in a second. Because I need to learn what I'm doing wrong with those things. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong here with this equals thing. Because this works. Is it because this? I'm just going to do a test one. Like maybe you got to have the thing on the end. Because I don't know. Because I don't know. Because whatever. The fuck, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that failed sooner. I mean, it failed before it even got to this debug log, so it must have failed here. I think this has something to do with it. So we'll just get rid of these two things. Let's keep an example here so I can... Let's get rid of this thing. This is not working. It's just going to be a long line of shit. But that's okay. That's not the end of the world. And we'll put this equals down here. I never know if I should do leave the equals there. I think I want the equals down here. I think I saved that. This could work. We could be on a good path here. That worked. I mean, this is gone. It's something worked. Oh, it has this name wrong. Okay, well, we can fix that in a second. This went away. Oh, I bet you. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's a different issue. What does this thing want? What did it say? Set parent? It wanted me to set parent or some shit? This thing probably needs to go. I thought I used parent a bunch of times. How do I set a parent? What are you doing here? Oh, I guess I have used this. I just want to see what it looks like. See, here's an example that I don't know why they made this overly complicated. They're assuming I know more than I do. Since transform is a component of game object, why can't we use is this one of those things where it gets upset until you put a semicolon at the end? It is. um, I don't think we need to save that. Sometimes I save stuff, for later. This is really long. Okay, so that was the set parent thing. The other issue we got going on here is I made a copy of this, so this is in the wrong spot. So this actually worked, but we just have it in the wrong spot. So let's make this in the right spot. And we also need to rename the thing in the, let's do that first before I forget. We want the prefab to be called buildings. And we're going to open up this prefab and we're going to call this building text. It's no longer a possible building. It is a building, for fuck's sakes. Okay. Then we're going to go back to this. This. And we're going to move this motherfucker to right here. That seems about right. I'm kind of confused why we can see that. Oh, I remember why. All right. Ignore my ramblings. Then this will go to here. We probably need the game to be a little bit bigger here, right? Want to see it. All right, so that works. All our problems have been solved. That's not actually true. And you know what? We're gonna have to fuck. What? I mean, that's nice that that does something, but maybe we shouldn't be moving this thing. Maybe we should be making a new one. Oh yeah, then this is busted. That's expected though, kind of. Oh, you know what that is? is the name is no longer relevant. Okay, so we got to think about a couple of things here. So, what is the best way to do this? Let's go through this one more time. Let's save this just in case. So, if we do like the Forester's Shack, these numbers are going to be wrong. Their names are going to be wrong. And that's what when I say wrong, the list is going to be, is not going to correspond to this. And that's what that bug was. And then this, it would be nice that a new panel pops up, but or the same panel, but we would need to change. Actually, this part would be nice because you are going to be able to adjust your number of employees. The build button would be gone. There's a lot of stuff that needs to change there. Didn't think this through very well, which is like kind of the whole point of this. So let's go with each issue at a time. The first issue is these things are now fucked up because their names are wrong. So let's fix that first. Well, let's think, do we want to move it or do we want to destroy it? Either way, the names are going to get fucked up. So when we move that, we need to rename these, but how do we do that? Can we rename them via like what child point they are? Hey, look, Kurt's in this one too. And he's kind of being a dick. He's everywhere. Get the number child count. That would give us will this help us? Is he gonna get their grandchildren? You know, we did this. We did this. This actually wouldn't be. This will do the trick. Move this to the current thing. Then we go. Okay, we created this thing that we actually weren't. Where is it? This thing. This one. We're gonna rename this. We created this thing for use later. That just broke that, by the way, because I renamed it. So after we remove it, god damn, we got a lot of shit in here. Let's put some notes in here. Let's put a note here. Create the current building list and add one to the county so the county knows what it has built. Then down here we are assigning the possible building UI elements. Sure. No, game object to the current building list. And then down here, we're moving moving, because I know later I'm not gonna know what the fuck what this does. Moving the possible building UI game object to the current building UI game object. And then here we're removing this from the list. Remove the building from the possible building list. And then here we're going to rename the buildings to be the correct rename buildings to be the same as their building index. And that is how we're going to do that is we're going to UI, is that where we put that? No, where did we put that? That was under UI possible building panel. UI dot instance. What did we call that thing? I hit period twice in it. What was this thing? How did we get this? Child count? Is this a transform thing? And this is actually not what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's not gonna do us any good. For I don't know what it wants there. Whoa! Int come on, auto-populate for me. How many times have I done this? Okay. Then then we have these in a list at this point. We have it up here. I wonder if this is gonna work. No. No, 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 no. There we go. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Motherfucker. I don't know. So the issue with using, see, this is a 1, but even if it was a 0, it would be wrong. It would get the Fisher one. The issue with using the same, moving it over is these things have scripts on them and shit. It has this script on it that isn't very useful. What the fuck is this? Oh, I see. I see what we're doing here. We're using this a bunch of times, which is this is fine. So to fix that though, we want this to be, so we're gonna do the same thing. I guess I gotta copy this. A new county. You know, it just dawned on me. It's fucking. This is the possible buildings are wrong too. We need to set the possible buildings up like this. Each county needs to have a list of the possible buildings as well. Because that each, we currently only have one county per, but we need to have that work that way too. That shouldn't be that hard since we just did it with the other one. But yeah, that's we should probably do this where we have two counties. Uh, Belonging to the player's faction. Oh, I don't even know if we have a way to build to test that yet. I don't know if we're gonna want to do this. I was thinking about this more, and I think their name probably won't change, but their description could. Oh, this is what we're doing right now. This is what we already did. This we finished that. That needs to go be there. So this is gonna also no. This is wrong. This needs to be current. Is that what we? Is that what we called this thing? Oh, we have it named differently because I'm a dumb shit. There we go. Why did you make two of them? Because there's a bug here. No? My music stopped right as I did that. That's okay. This is the wrong. Oh, no, this is. Okay. But we got some other issue here. This made a copy of it instead of, this is the one we want. And it's here. I don't know why it did the copy. I think we can just delete this one now, though. Oh, wait, was that the right one? Yes. Now it thinks we deleted the other one. I don't know what happened, but I think this should probably fix it. There we go. Okay. Now I'm thrown off. What the fuck were we doing? Let's hit play one more time just to make sure that those fucking around didn't fuck anything up. Destroying and doing stuff and is this still fixed? That is. We need to rename this. This is 0. But so the issue is that this is still, so our next issue is that when you click on that button, what is it doing? Let's see. We moved it over here. I just looked at it, but I need to look at it again because I can't remember, even though we just looked at it. Um, what are you doing? Okay, so when that is clicked, it's setting that active, and then it's setting the possible building number, and the possible building number is triggering all that other shit. It kicks in an event that shoots all that stuff forward. Which we might have to do for that other list. I'm kind of um, I would like to use that same panel because it already has everything built into it pretty much. I guess we could just duplicate the panel, but let's worry about that in a second. Is there a way to change this in code? What was this? On click or was it just click? On click. How old is this? 2018. Custom button on click. Add listener. I think that's pretty close to what we want. I think that's pretty close. Do I still have this at 150? I guess I keep setting this back. I want this at 150 so it's easier for you guys to read it. Read along with me. Example of setting up a button on click event via script. Stack Overflow. Look at this. He's got 0 votes. That's pretty rare. This is 0 too. I wonder why they're all getting 0 votes and stuff. Oh, this is the Chinese one. Sometimes it's translated, but sometimes it actually has. It has the same stuff, but in a different way. Change scene on click is easy. Okay, I know how to do it. I sound very confident. I know how to do this. Uh, I'm thinking on how we actually write it though. Okay, so it is gonna be in this. We call this button, but it actually isn't the button that we're fucking with here. I guess we are because the button's clicking on this. We're gonna basically say we need a public button actually, and we're gonna call it. What is this button called? It's actually we're just gonna call it button. It's the whole fucking thing is a button, and we're gonna have a new public void called. It's a button. Sorry, it's a button. Wait, what am I doing? Not a. Sorry. Yeah, where it's going to be called building button because it is the building that we're I'm like suddenly. Actually, I think that is what we want. I was actually going to drag it in there though. Can I just drag it in there? I think I can just drag it in there. I can drag itself in there. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need this shit. This shit doesn't need to be here. And then I want to test this before, but button on click. I don't know if we need that. This is a dot. Remove all listeners, add listener. And then we would say whatever. We'll put a thing down here. Public void possible test. And then we're gonna no, we'll name this the real thing. Possible. Wait, this needs to be capital. In possible building group. And then this one will be called okay, and this one will debug. And then we will this will I think we just stick this in here is what it was saying, right? Did they say though to do that in awake or what? Or on enable or something? Whoops. I got possible building in my brain. I already have Unity in there. Yeah, this needs to be on awake. Okay, so now I want. So what I'm hoping is when we run this, when I click this, it's going to say this. We're going to get rid of that because we're doing it with the script. That's my hopes and dreams. This motherfucker. Perfect. Shit though, we would need like a we would need a all right, that was a big waste of our time. Because we would need it in the in update. It would have to sit there and update and wait. Because I was thinking we would put an if statement in, and in the if statement would be like, "Hey, if this is in the here, then this is this or whatever." But then we would that needs to be in there. So what we could do instead is possible building button. This is always going to be the same. But what we could do... Hmm. Is in here... we also could just destroy that one and create the new. I feel like that's extra work. I feel like we can make this work where we have one script. All this shit is worthless. This is a waste of our time. This is a waste of our time. All this stuff can go away. So how would we know what... I was thinking we can check its parent. If the parent's this, then do this. Let's try it. If... I don't know how we're gonna do this though. Where are we storing that shit? If... Because we're definitely storing it. We just did that stuff right here. Uh, um, I'm still trying to think how. So we can get. How do we get its? If this dot transform dot parent is equal to dot transform, is that right? Is that gonna work? We'll just debug log. We'll debug log this shit and see what else. You know what we can do actually? Well, no, it doesn't matter. I think I do stuff in sort of a convoluted way because I don't know. I'm like fighting myself a lot of times because I don't know what I'm doing. Uh, we need to put this back in here though. I don't want to set it. Wait, did I set it in here? Did I do? Oh, I did. I don't want to set that shit. Surprised it didn't freak out on me. All right, this is like a baby step here. I think we're on the right path, though. We're gonna rename a bunch of shit as why I'm kind of baby stepping this shit. I gotta take a piss too, and I think I'm gonna go a little over 3 hours today. Maybe this will just all fall together perfectly. What? How is that getting the right information? And even the current employees are right. What in flying fuck? Good, we broke it. It's got the right information again. And it's remembering it. Fuck. What is going on? All right, well, that's broken. That's good. Now it's broken. Now it's broken. Well, we had a bug in here. All right, I don't know what the fuck that is. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me stop my music. All right, I'm back. Um, I don't even know what's going on over there. Need to go back to my thing to turn off my break timer. Okay, so I was thinking about something outside while I was smoking. Once again, it would be easier if this was in just one big list, because it wouldn't matter. This wouldn't matter. I don't know why I'm obsessed with always wanting to break the lists into smaller lists. I mean, they're very similar. And I think I had a reasoning behind it, but now I can't remember what that reasoning was. So we'll keep carrying on as we are carrying on, and then but it probably would be easier if this is just one list. So possible building number is actually firing an event, and this event is triggering the building description. I think we aren't subscribing to anything there. Oh, we are. No, that's current worker changed. Yes, we are. Panel refresh is happening. And it's, see, now it's going through and it's doing all of this stuff. Uh, so what I'm in deep thought about here is, can we fill this stuff out? Like the cost doesn't need to be there anymore. The time does, and the time actually needs to. It's actually going to be a number. Not a time. Actually, the whole time concept is fucked already. Let's fix that. Let's put that in our list for the next go around, maybe. The whole building time concept shouldn't be time. It should be amount of work. For we can put that in the thing here. Convert to issue. For example, it shouldn't. This would solve that whole thing I was talking about in the other stream. It shouldn't say it takes 7 days. Instead, it should say it takes 5 times 7. Was that 35? Or 35 people's days of work, of people's days of successful work. And we could have it so that if the worker fails their construction roll, they still get some work done. So this is just coming to me right now. So like instead of it, so if a construction roll is passed, it generates 3 points of work done, and if it fails, it generates 2 points of work. A normal building would cost 5 times 3 times 7. Let's make sure my math is right since we know how terrible I am at that. 5 times 7, 105. Work points to finish. That would kind of change also the amount of time. I keep hitting trying to save this. Let's update that so that I can just remember this for later. I think this is a better idea. We can have it like half speed or something. I guess we'll edit this again. Or have the failure mean they work at half speed. You'd want them to do something. Jesus Christ, I did it again. You'd want them to accomplish something. Anyways, so back to this thing. I got sidetracked. The panel refresh is, so it really would be better if it's one list again. And it wouldn't move off the list. And its number wouldn't matter. I mean, it would matter, but it would, back away from this, it would stay the same. When I say its number, I mean the number that is generated here. It would still be pulling from that same list, except we probably want a different panel to be refreshed, actually. Like it's a different panel refresh. So it'd be slightly different. It is going to be slightly different. So I think we're going to want a different panel. So what I'm thinking about is this panel here. I don't know if I can turn this on. Yeah, we can't see it without this one. Like the number of employees, that will stay the same, but the amount of work you would have to do is going to go up daily. The description would stay the same. The cost would be gone. Maybe we would have a refund cost. I think we're going to want to do a different panel. So I think we're going to want a different event then. Like I'm trying not to duplicate my work a bunch, but I think what's going to happen is if we try to do an if statement in here, we're going to have to duplicate all this shit anyways. And it's going to be different. It's going to be different duplicate. It's going to be similar, but very different, but different enough to be an issue. So I think what we're going to want to do is back to this thing. Was it here? Well, this is what we're going to, this is going to be part of what we're going to be messing with. We're going to need But this is going to be called current building number, which doesn't exist yet. And then what we're going to do is go back to here. We're going to stick in another action here. Or another event, I mean. Is this working according to my brain here? I think it should. It's basically the same as this. Except we're going to go like, oh, we do need this invoke thing at the end. Why doesn't this one have it? Because this is before I understood what that was. I don't think we need this right now. We're going to rename this to just building button. Because this is no longer, it no longer matters. I mean, it matters, but it's not, it's different. And that's on the prefab. I just want to make sure it didn't go away. Which it did. Let's rename that thing while we're here. To building button, UI building button. Curious if it's going to spit out a copy. It isn't. This is going to need to be building button. Then back to here. What am I doing? Not that. That's not what we want to do. That isn't what we want to do. Maybe I won't stream over 3 hours today. We gotta. This is way more work than I thought it would be for building this part. The constructing a whatchamacallit, a county improvement. I didn't think it was this much work. Now I appreciate how much work other developers do on their games. So this is going to change this number. This is going to fire an event. This will fire a different event. This isn't attached to anything. See, now we're like duplicating a bunch of shit again. We don't need this anymore. I know that we don't need this again. Actually, I don't think we are going to duplicate stuff. This should just be called buildings panel, I think. We should rename this as well, I suppose. Hopefully we don't have to go back and rename everything if I fuck this all up. Buildings panel. Then we'll rename this. And okay, so this fires an event. This fires an event. We have this list that's getting created. So this is the first run, and we need this to be created. So that's good. That's how we want it to be. Do we lose this on our possible buildings panel though? Nope. And then that will be moved over to here when it happens. We're gonna need a new. This is gonna be need to be renamed. Man, what a pain in the ass to have two of these. Because what happens if we like change some stuff around when we start making them pretty? But maybe we want them to look different, like a different picture in the background, anyways. So we'll duplicate. Whoops, wrong button. Duplicate this shit. We're gonna rename this, and hopefully this won't break everything. And we'll duplicate this thing. Or, I mean, rename this thing. Them being on top of each other is actually what we want. For now, it's what we want. I'm gonna put it in this title, though. Oh, that won't work. We'll figure it out. Will we figure it out? Yeah, we'll be able to see which one's open. Then we need to subscribe. What do we have a script on here? I really feel like we're duplicating a lot of stuff. Maybe the next round we'll go through. Yeah, this one has the. Yeah, these are all going to be different now, though. The building checker script doesn't need to be on here. This does need to be on here, but it needs to be named something else because it's not gonna be, I don't think. I guess these are gonna have like kind of a lot of different stuff. Trying to think how CK3 does it. Do you even get to see? You don't even get to see a panel. It's just like a plus or minus button on the build interface, and then it says it's building. That would probably be a hell of a lot easier than what we're doing now. I think it's something similar to, like the county info thing. You pop this out and then you just hit a button here and then it's building or it's not building. No, it has in CK3 actually, it does have another building thing. All right, well, laziness is one of my main attributes. We got an error code 4. What the fuck does that mean? That's not, I don't like that. Are we saved? Let's save it. Let's close this and reopen it. Maybe this is a good time to stop, actually. Yeah, let me think about this. I know it's a little early. Oh, I double clicked it on it. What happened? It like restarted. I'm just double checking we didn't lose anything. Yeah, those aren't gonna be different, so we gotta keep those as different. Rebuild building for possible current list. We already did that, but now we got other issues that are part of this. All right, a minute longer then, a couple minutes longer. So what are we doing here? This has to be. That we need a new script basically. What was this one called? It was called UI building description panel. Let's duplicate that. Control D duplicates. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? You can't have the same name. You can't do all these. You can't do this shit. This has to be the same. And we'll rename this. I don't know. It's. Then let's go open this guy up because we just renamed shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Why is instance unhappy? I think this will probably fix itself when we. Or not. We'll see here. Oh, wait, rename these. Okay. This is possible. Oh, man. No, we need to rename this. This to make this the easiest way we can do this is rename this to possible. And then, why are you mad at this? It's because this is now over here. This one, we just manually got to do it. And I know we just fucked a bunch of shit up. We probably did. Current isn't being used yet. Possible is a bunch, so that's why we need to rename that one. Mm. If we go back to. Yeah, I think we're okay there. We don't need this open. Let's hit play and see what kind of garbage we just did. And then I think I'm gonna call it a day. I just gotta put a note in. that where we're at. So that's firing the event, but it doesn't do anything, which is actually fine. We actually want it to not do anything until we'll have it open up a new thing. Okay, so we're actually in pretty good shape there. I was a little worried that all those changes, look at all that because I clicked that 45 times, were an issue, but no, we're good. We're good. Eventually, we will not hopefully be renaming things every 5 seconds. All right, this is actually done. But we're gonna add a new one here. Up current building description panel is currently just a copy of the possible one. Make it unique. All right, so that's gonna be like the first thing we do next time. Man, put that at the top. Then we're gonna have to go through and fix the county. Then we're gonna do the testing, make another list and description. So this one, I don't know if we want to do this. I'm gonna put this under do we care. We'll put that in the do we care list. We're gonna kind of go through this to do later too, and we're gonna have like the to do will be like major items. Generate resources will be a to do to item. Then we'll have like generate resources as a thing over here, kind of like what we're doing with the AI and the whatnot. All right, so let's push this shit to. We did make a lot of changes and additions. You know how I love that. Everything's saved. It looks like this is man. We are moved building to correct list to current list and created. It seemed like we didn't do anything. Created new description panel for it. Okay, we're gonna commit all that. We're gonna upload it. We're gonna wait, and that's all. We're done. We're done for the day. Thank you for joining me, and Protz. Thank you again for the follow. I will talk to everyone next time. Have a good day, night, week. Talk to you later.